Hey, good morning. We are at Mineral Bottom for the yearly solo send of White Rim. This year I'm here with TD4. I got it set up with 700 by 2.1, 4 bottles, chain ring that is way too big and it's gonna hurt. What else? Dropper post, axis, ceramic speed, because it's left over from when I ride it on the road. We got a beautiful day today. 22 degrees right now, but should warm up into the 50s. I put the red shift back on this thing. Got the Wahoo fully charged. Got gummy bears, snacks up here, shots, tracker, gloves, glasses, etc. And then in addition to the bottles, I've got 70 ounces on my back and a fanny packer with a sandwich in it. So should be a good day. Time to get going. All right, we're on the move. We're not stopping to take a bunch of photos this time. I have my little pocket camera and my phone, and that's it. Try and be a little bit more efficient with my time today. I've said it before, but I like to start this ride coming up from Mineral Bottom parking lot right at the last switchbacks, because you can start with this 10-mile dirt road climb and then do the pavement part, which is kind of boring, and get that out of the way. And it's only in 20s Fahrenheit, so the climb on this road is nice because you're going slow and it warms you up. Plus, I wouldn't want to do this at the end of the ride. 10-mile climb. As nice as this road is, I always get impatient with it because I want to get to the good stuff, with the cliffs and the arches and the rock formations. Made it to the road. Took about an hour to get here. About 13 miles in. So now I have, I don't know, actually don't know how long, maybe 10 miles of road till we get to the actual national park. It is cold. Toes are numb, lips are numb, but I won't need as much water. This is exciting. All right, I'm in the park. Whoop! Sound beautiful over there. We are dropping in to the actual canyons. Trying not to stop too much today, but this is just too pretty not to. Going down there. Wow, that's good. All right, down at mile 30, and it is turning into a beautiful day. It's a mix of slick rock and gravel road and chunky rock out here. So you're kind of always on your toes on drop bars, but it's not so bad. All right, mile 37. I don't know if that shows up. 2.5 hours in. This is a great view. Love this little hump that you get over and then you see this iconic road and rock. Catching up with some overlanders over here. More cool rocks. Well, definitely feel the fatigue at mile 43, which is, I guess, not that great because there's 58 more miles. Panorama is worth appreciating because that's what you come out here for, the views. These things are cool. All right, the 50 miles, so halfway done. Status check. Gone through 1 bottle of water only because it's so cool out. I have 4 plus 70 ounces, so that's kind of funny. Ate half a sandwich and some jelly beans and some dates. Been loving dates lately. Back's a little sore because I'm old and because this is a rigid bike. But feel all right. And got a good headwind today, surrounded by clouds that in the distance are dropping snow on the LaSalles. So definitely tired, but having a good day. Can't not stop here. Such a cool arch. I don't know what its name is, but it's a big open bowl. Trillions of years of erosion. All right, coming up on what I think is one of the hardest climbs on the course. Somewhere around mile 63, 65 on mine. It's up to the picnic site campsite. I'm not sure if I'm gonna make it pedaling up it today because I've got the 44 front ring on. Shouldn't have time to change, so we'll see if I end up walking. That's the big climb right there. Doesn't look that bad, but it's terrible. I made it. The second to last stair step almost got me. Made it though. At the top. I love this part. This is like one of the best views in the whole thing. That's your reward for getting up the hogback. There's the trail down there. I don't know where it goes. Currently bonking, so time for his wrap, bacon, ham, cheese wrap. Got some sand here. I think I've entered the Spirit Quest phase of the ride where it's not easy anymore. So you're trying to figure out what you're made of. And you keep the intensity up. Keep pedaling when I can pedal instead of just coasting it all out. My mind is thinking about the finish line and getting back to the car, but still have quite a bit of time before that, but it's hard to keep from thinking about it. But you got to kind of shut those thoughts out because it's not yet imminent. Still 20 or 30 miles to go. Mighty Green River. Getting close to mile 80, I think. It's usually when my odometer says when I get here. I'm delirious, so I don't really have much to say. Last few miles I've been a lot of less technical, nice downhill, which is wonderful. Some sand. The good thing about doing this in the spring is that the sand is still more firm. You don't get into these deadly sarlacc pits you get later in the year if you do it and it's all dried out. So do it in the spring if you can. Well, I just had the best thing happen. I thought I was at mile 80 there at this kind of beach area back there, but I'm actually at mile 86. So I only have 14 miles left. That's pretty exciting. I just had a I'm gonna make it feeling. All right, I recognize this section. I think this is the beginning of the hard scrabble climb, which is quite difficult. It's the last climb before the final switchback, so you gotta giddy up. I'm getting there. I think I'm gonna make it up this climb. All right, I almost just crashed hard. I was coming down this road, my rear tire slid out, and it went parallel to the road and started steering me off and down into this embankment, which would have been really bad. And my rear tire just hooked up and dug in, and the bike just, oh, there it is. There's where it dug in. You can see that was my rear tire. My front was going off. I'm very relieved to not be in the ditch. Thank you, God. I'm in the dreaded sand washes right now, but as you can see, they're not that bad. They're certainly rideable, which again is not normal in the warm months. So pretty grateful for that. Whoop, cross is coming. Well, I just got to the spot on my map where I can see the start slash finish, and I almost completed the circle. 7 hours, 45 minutes in. It's almost possible to make it under 8 hours, but there's a very large climb at the end. I'm going to go very slow up, so I don't really think that's possible. Although that would have been fantastic. We'll see where the clock stops. I'm kind of curious. I'm gonna go with 8 hours, 12 minutes. All right, here comes the final climb. It's hard to believe there's a road cut into that, but I promise there is. I got 2 minutes till 8 hours and 1 mile to go, but I'm only going 4 miles an hour. Oh. There's the top. right there in that notch. I did it. All right. There it is. Here is the stats. 8:10. Maybe could have made 8 if I hadn't stopped it all, but I don't regret any stops. Oh my goodness. 100.1 miles. The goal today was to do it as quick as I could, which isn't the best way to do white rim. If you're gonna do it, spend a night out there. But if you want to test yourself, do it in a day and try not to stop and see what you can do for keeping your speed up. I think the pros do it like, I don't know, 3 hours faster. I don't really know. I'll check and figure out what like the FKT is, which is bonkers. I just can't imagine going faster. That's actually exactly my Leadville time is 8:10 as well. So I'm cursed, but I guess in a good way. Bike did great. Nothing went wrong. My shifting's a little wonky because I took the bike apart for flying it to Idaho and then I drove here. So shifting was bad all day. That's all right. Chain lube held up. I don't know what David's secret wax is. The dropper for some reason wasn't connected to my shifters, so I could still do it manually. And this post, when it's down just a tiny bit, turns into a suspension post, but the pressure is too high. I wish it was a little lower and it could have taken some strain off my back. But Redshift is a hero. I did bring a dynamo light because I wasn't sure how long I'd be out here today. And I drank those 2 bottles and most of that one and half of that one. So I got a little bit left in the pack, probably got a half pack. So turns out I brought enough water, and today was really only probably 50 degrees at the high. So it just reinforces the fact that you got to bring a lot of water on this thing. And it helps a lot to do it when it's cool out so that you don't get super dehydrated and go to a dark place. Scratch Labs and Gatorade's what I did, and it worked out nicely. I did gummy bears, dates, which are awesome. I ate a whole roll, the wrap, and 1 gel, and then all the Gatorade. And that was, and one chocolate bar. So I didn't eat that much today. I have a fanny pack full of food that I didn't touch. So that's what I always do. I always overpack, but I don't regret that. I'd rather that than run out of food and water and be cold and hungry. I can't think of anything else to say.